Hello and welcome to Asian Pulse. I'm your host, Crystal Chan. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. So far, we are still in the middle of pandemic. We are not out of the woods yet. So it's still very important to have social distancing and wearing the mask all times when you go outside. It's mandatory that we all wear masks in trains and buses. Our employment of BC came down from 13% to 12%, and people who are out of jobs are mostly women. And recent research done found that 75% of people who lost their jobs are black women, followed by Aboriginal, and third one is South Asian. Either their jobs don't exist or they had their hours cut down, so we hope that we don't give up. Canada created 1 million jobs, both equally full-time and half-time workers, so people who lost their job don't give up and keep looking. I'll be right back in a flash. Camila will be speaking with Eileen Mohan, mother of Chris Mohan, who was gunned down as he came home after playing basketball 13 years ago. She will be highlighting Chris's life. Have a look.
Studios, it's my pleasure to bring back Eileen Mohan. Eileen Mohan is mom of Christopher Mohan, who was gunned down 13 years ago, which we have all witnessed, seen in the news, and you have also seen her in all the media channels right now. The case is coming to a close. So Eileen is here to talk about what has this 13 years has done for her and where we go from here. So welcome, Eileen.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I know every time you talk about your son 13 years ago, it's not easy, but you are a very strong mother. You stood on the ground, you were fighting justice for your son. So take us back, whatever you can, a little bit up to give a background of what have happened on that day.
On October 19th, 2007, I left Christopher home because the fireplace repairman was coming to check the fireplace. And that day I had a day off, but work called and I had to go back to work. And, we had just moved from the 14th floor to the 15th floor. And little did we know that gangsters were living right across our hall. And that day, Jamie Bacon had put a hit on Corey Lal, who was living across our home, because he had not paid Jamie Bacon something like $100,000. He texted him. The stories in the newspaper. But, lost beyond to us, we didn't know what was happening. I left for work. I spoke to Christopher at about 1:45 that day, and the fireplace people were just coming into our unit to, clean the fireplace. And we ended the call. I remember so well. Like, he was supposed to go to a basketball game that evening, and I said, "Okay, babes, you're okay?" And he said, "Mom, I'm fine. I'll see you this afternoon, and make sure you come and pick me up." And we ended the call. "Love you, babes." He said, "Love you too, Mom. See you in the evening." And we put the phone down. And, today when I sit here, somehow, somewhere within me, I feel that God gave me a little blessing that we could say to each other that we loved each other before we put the phone down. So from that day onwards till today, Jamie Bacon has dictated our life. And we have had lots of good trials, lots of trials that sweetheart deals were cut and people were let go before their time. And now this was the crucial case for us because of Jamie Bacon. Not only my son's innocent life was taken, 5 other lives were taken. And those lives meant something to those families also. And, Christopher, and what I'm fighting for is that Christopher and I, we lived a very respectful life. we weren't a burden to the country like Jamie Bacon is. And why I stand up for Christopher is I'm asking the courts to return the same respect that we lived by and adhered the laws of this country, that those laws now apply to my son's life. And that's why I'm standing up for Christopher. I'm standing up against saying, I was shocked that his lawyer said that the bargain deal was between 5 to 6 years. Mr. Bacon was facing 2 first-degree charges, which would have been an equivalent to about
25 years each.
25, 50 years,
Yeah.
and then 2 conspiracy, which would have come to another 24 years times 2.
So we're looking about 75 years behind bars if it was
Correct.
going through the court system.
Correct. And he would have spent a lifetime behind bars.
Yeah.
And at this late stage, he took a page from another criminal who was facing first degree charges. His name was Michael Lee. He pleaded guilty and got 6 years, and now he's a free man. And so Mr. Bacon took the page out of his book and pleaded guilty at this late stage, which is not genuine. He is cornered now. He has no room to maneuver. He's been spinning the laws of this country
For last
in his-
13 years,
on
long
his
time.
little finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who is paying for that? Us, the taxpayers.
Correct, exactly. And for 13 years, we have been paying him millions of dollars to his lawyers, and the case itself, Series 6 case, the federal government gave us $52 million.
Yeah.
And I think by now it's even double that.
Yeah.
And so we're at this point where, Crown has and defense are talking. The case is moving forward. It's almost like in a rush mode to get us into court on the 23rd to read our victim impact statement. And it's almost like he wants this now over and done with. He's in a very
Such a rush.
rush pace. And so I'm thinking, why are you you've dictated our lives for 13 years, and now you're in a rush to get this sentence through? He thinks that something might come and block it, so he just wants to kind of, march forward with it. But at the same time, it's the life of my son. It's my life.
Yeah.
And for 13 years, this case has dictated our lives. We've been walking on pins and needles, walking around this man who has taken the courts for a ride. And it's so sad to see how one person, a criminal person, can dictate our court's schedule.
It seems like the victim these days have more rights. The perpetrator, in this case, have more rights than the rights of the victim, which is you.
We
And
have
you lost,
no rights.
yeah, and you lost your son. That you'll never be able to see him graduate, never be able to have him married, never be able to have family together. So this is what we are talking today. And I think if you all are watching, I think we need to do something. And I don't know what that something be, but I think we need to be all proactive. One life lost is too many lives. One son gone, taken away from the mother, is too many children being taken away from the mom. So what is your plan right now? And I know it's very painful. And for last 13 years, and to come to this kind of a, how could you prepare this, right? How could you prepare yourself to say, okay, I'm done now. It's all done and over with. I don't have no saying. I can't talk to nobody. Nobody is listening. It's all listen to him, and that's how it goes. What's your plan of action now?
Well, I'm of a mindset that the courts have been giving criminals, and especially murderers, people who come and take people's lives, and they've been cutting deals for years and years and years. And if you go behind the scenes and you look at so many families coming out from the court system, um, and um, and crying out that justice wasn't done. And sometimes these families are labeled like, oh, they're coming to court to seek revenge. But people have to understand that we as family members and our loved ones, we lived a very respectful life. We never walked the criminal lifestyle. And this crime walked to our doorstep. And what I'm asking is the way and the respect that Christopher and I had for life is the same thing be given to Christopher and I in this regard. So I know the courts haven't listened to anybody. They have not changed. They've been cutting deals like this for years. And if you speak to any lawyer, they'll just say, they want to shut this topic because there's no place to go. There's nowhere they can go and voice their grievances as to why this is taking place. So, this weekend, instead of writing my victim impact statement, I'm drafting a letter to the Prime Minister, to the Minister of Justice, to the Premier, to the Solicitor General, to all the leaders of opposition, and just to see and to tell them why killers like Jamie Bacon can cut a sweetheart deal and walk on our streets, say between 3 to 5 years. Give me a reason. Doesn't my son deserve the same type of respect as you are giving Mr. Bacon? Right. I think we deserve the same respect, that you're earnestly wanting to just get this case done, put him in prison, and who knows? I mean, they say, oh, the judge will not listen to the agreed plea bargain. She can increase the sentence. But I've researched in BC that has only happened one time. All the time, the judge has gone with the plea bargain deal that has occurred.
Already reached out by the
Agreed.
Crown and the defense.
Yes, and only in one case the judge has reverted and said that the number of sentence doesn't deserve the crime that has been committed, and he increased the years of jail time. And that's I'm just asking everybody, excuse me, to look at this case and see what can be changed for our future generations. And not only that, in 6 years' time, what guarantee is there that Mr. Bacon won't come out, when he comes out of jail, that he won't kill again?
Yes.
So if no action is taken when my letter reaches the Premier and the Prime Minister and the Minister of Justice, they can tell me, Eileen, go away. That's fine. But I know at least I tried to change something and voice something. And when he kills again, I get to say, I told you so.
So, yeah.
And
any kind of difference or any kind of movement, I think, has ever started in this country or anybody in the world started by one person and one voice. And then after that, people surrounded that and the movement started. So maybe your voice, maybe I'm hoping and having all the faith in the system that your voice, your son's life, and your life for past 13 years, that somebody will listen. Because the system we have right now is not working. So what do you do when a system is broken down? You try to fix it or make it better, right? So this is very outdated system we are living.
of course, yes.
And then maybe your voice may be the only voice that may revamp this, and we may have a system to look at everything and be able to say, no, look at this thing. Why is somebody put that in their head to think about why is this guy working free in six months or 6 years, right? So
yeah.
good for you
Oh,
for
thank
doing that. Good for you, because I know you'll never be able to get your Chris back, But Chris is looking down on you. The strength that mom has for 13 years, and don't give this thing up.
No, I won't.
So this is your plan, that with that you're going to be writing the letters to everybody that in position of power who can change.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. To actually, I have always said in my interviews that our country's laws has to change to reflect the crimes
Crime.
of the 21st century.
Yep.
Today we have laws that are way back dated in back ages
Yeah.
that doesn't even reflect the crimes of the 21st century. And this case, Christopher's case, where these gangsters walked to the doorstep of my home,
Yeah.
they stole my son's innocent life, and now he expects to walk free.
Yeah.
And and if the judge doesn't increase his jail time, he's getting away with murder.
And he is.
Yeah.
So those people that are watching you today, there are a lot of people that are watching you and listening to you on this show. What kind of support you expect from the community at large?
I would love, I want to start online petition. And I haven't, because I've got so
No.
many things going, I haven't created it yet. So I'm hoping someone with tech, time
Yeah, savvy.
can come and help me and create that. And, people just go and sign it that,
Yeah.
we need this system changed. I'm not asking for a overhaul of everything, but I'm asking that when a criminal kills another person, they should never be able to ask for a plea bargain deal.
Yeah.
They should, in my case, there has been a number of plea bargain deals where people have walked off. And so, all I can do is just watch and be quiet and be silent, because that's what the court system is in British Columbia and in Canada. Like it's independent, and they don't answer to anybody.
Yeah, they are not answerable to anybody. So, anyways, with that, Eileen is looking for somebody who is good in computers or computer savvy, be able to set up that.
And who has time?
and-
I can set it, but I don't have the time at the
Yeah,
moment.
at the
Yes.
moment. And they have a petition going to make sure that we all sign, send it, and then let's see where the system goes from there. Thank you so much. You're a very brave mom. Christopher, even if he's not here, is looking down on you, and he's very, very proud of you, Eileen.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your comments.
Thank you so much, Eileen. Nothing that we can say here can bring any comfort to you as you lost your only son. We have some events that are happening in your community that you may be interested in participating. Get your pens and paper ready. If you are planning to event and you would like our community to be aware of it, send it to asianpulse@gmail.com. Sunday Students Food Banks, Guru Nanak's Free Kitchen in collaboration with One Voice Canada, is organizing Sunday Students Food Banks starting from July 5th every Sunday. A variety of groceries and fresh produce bakery items will be distributed at Guru Nanak's Gurdwara near Seniors Center parking from 12:30 until 2 p.m. For more information, please contact Hardeep Singh at 778-814-7054 or Harship Singh at 604-781-5687. For the whole month of July, RCMP Police is collaboration with ICBC will be doing the annual summer roadblock. So slow down and no drinking and driving. Do you know 68% in BC die each year in the hands of drunk drivers? BG Canada Association is starting their karaoke night every Friday from 6 p.m. until midnight. They will be following COVID-19 guidelines. First 50 people will be allowed entry. Samosa will be on sale, no food. And for more information, call Shuri Chandra at 604-626-5264. If you are planning any events and would like to put on the show, please send it to asianplus@gmail.com. We ran out of time. Hope you have enjoyed the show as much as I do bringing it to you. If you have any comments, please email us at asianpulse@gmail.com. May parting through the day is the realization that we are all basically the same. Humans begin who seek happiness try to avoid suffering. It is very helpful in developing a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, a warm feeling of love and compassion for others by Dalai Lama. With that, have a wonderful evening. If you have missed our show today, you can always watch it again Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. and Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Goodbye for now and take good care of yourself until we meet next time. I'm your host, Crystal Chan, signing off.